Josh has been wanting to talk about this
I want to talk
all
about this.
day.
I want to talk about this.
Shrek 5.
Shrek 5, what do you think?
Actually happening because they've been saying it's going to happen
They
for
have
a
been
decade
saying,
now.
Yes, they have been saying Shrek 5
We
will
did get
happen.
an official teaser today as of the recording of this video. So by
Cast
the time,
announcement.
yeah, cast announcement teaser trailer. That's only like 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
But we learn a lot of new things here. Everyone's talking about the new art style. I want to talk about the mirror. Like, go back to the mirror.
Yeah.
Because look, he's got like the icons
he's
to
like
send,
scrolling
save. He's scrolling.
That's
like,
funny.
I hope this isn't an actual thing in the. I think it's just for the teaser. I highly doubt.
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
I actually kind of like it.
I think it's funny for a teaser because it acknowledges a bunch of Shrek memes.
Yeah.
But if it's in the movie, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's the thing. Shrek works because it is a commentary on all of the Disney
It's a parody, but it's not on the nose. It's extremely clever.
Yeah.
I think, like, legit, I think
it's obvious, but it's not.
The two best parodies,
it.
in my opinion, that, like, have ever been made are Shrek and South Park.
Yeah,
like, the way they do it are just so good, especially Shrek 2, which I guess I haven't talked about it. My favorite scene in the history of cinema, Josh.
Cinema.
I maintain it's like the best 30 to 40 seconds ever put to film.
All right.
The freaking cop chase in Shrek 2.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
I don't know if there's so many good lines and good.
Police brutality.
Yeah, it's like starts and it's like tonight on Nights. Nights. And then like, oh, and like Gingy's like, and here's a good show. But then like, yeah, we got a white Bronco running down. Yeah. And then like they pin him down. They're using pepper shakers for the freaking spray. Yeah. I'm like dying.
It's
and then
so good. We gotta rewatch Shrek.
But then like the whole bit where they're like pinning up Puss in Boots and he's like, like catnip. Yeah. That's not mine. I thought that was a joke, but like recently I saw some comments about it that they're like, did you see like the knight like plants it on him and then takes it off?
No way.
Which I've watched that scene like 100 times. I still can't tell. Really? I think it's equally as funny either way.
Yeah, that's genius. That's hilarious. Yeah. So Shrek 1 and Shrek 2 work because they're such a good parody.
They're so funny.
One important thing, and I watched this in a video a million years ago, and it's something about how a lot of shows and movies are good because they make the memes. They don't reference the memes. SpongeBob makes the memes. Their job is to make the memes, not reference the memes. Yeah. And there were times, at least in SpongeBob, I think, but in other shows, where they reference the memes, and it's not as fun. That's when you get cringe, you know? And it's interesting because this Shrek movie is referencing the memes in a way that is okay. It at least works.
It's fine for a teaser trailer. Like, teaser trailers very rarely keep a clip from the actual movie.
Yeah.
Like, go look at, like, I feel like I was crazy because I saw it as a kid. Then I was like, I just imagined it until I saw it again recently. The teaser trailer for the first Incredibles, where like he gets called to action, but he's trying to put on the super suit in his office and it doesn't fit. Because I remember seeing that as a kid, and it's not in the movie. Yeah. And then for a long time, I was just like, I just imagined it until I saw it again randomly on TikTok. I'm like, it is real. It was real. What the freak?
Yeah. No, exactly. So like, it's interesting because I mean, there's all kinds of stuff from this, but I wonder how telling it is of. I
think it's funny. I think mostly it's just to like the purpose of this teaser trailer solely exists to like, yes, it's real. Shrek 5 is actually happening. Also, look at our new art style and look at our new cast member.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
So they've got, and I guess it does confirm a time jump. Like it's not going to take place right after 4.
That's true.
Probably the same amount of time that it took because 4 came out in like 2011, I think.
Yeah.
So by the time this comes out, it will have been 15 years since 4.
What do you think of the art style?
Here's the thing. People are like crazy or like going crazy over it because I think they're caught off guard when in reality, I think these are the same character models from that flashback scene in Puss in Boots.
Really?
Yeah.
Or like at the very, very, very end?
No. Like remember when, look it up, Puss in Boots, Shrek flashback. Because in Puss in Boots, Puss in Boots uses that new or different art style, But in the scene where he first meets Death, and he's like, "What lives last flashing before your eyes?" and one of them shows Shrek. I think it might be the same character models because look at Donkey's hair.
It could be.
I think they're, and then on top of that, the new DreamWorks logo also introduced Shrek in this new art style. And I was like, there's no way they created them and used them in two separate things. Like you could look at the DreamWorks logo too.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think it's the same character models.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they recreated them for nothing.
That's true.
That being said, I can't, because I feel like we got to a point in 3D animation where like they got to hyper realism. I won't say like Moana was the tipping point, like the last movie, and then they're like, at this point, why are we even animating it? Let's make it a little bit more stylized.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I think the biggest thing also with Moana was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh yeah,
because everybody started looking at animation in a
Here's
different
the
way.
Thing. People look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse because I think it was the one that pushed it the furthest.
Yeah.
At the time, like really, really pushed it. It's not the one that introduced it though.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the Lego Movie and the Peanuts movie.
Yeah.
Those were the two that really kind of, Lego Movie less so because that was more made to mimic stop motion, but it was the Peanuts movie that really blended the 2D and 3D animation.
And you know what else kind of came out at the same time? Good Dinosaur. Hyper realistic.
Yeah.
Tanked. Right?
I don't think that's the reason it tanked. But
I don't think it is either. But like, you know, when you're looking at styles, the stylistic things are working, and the hyper realistic is.
And like you look
whatever.
at some of the water scenes in Moana, I always remember looking back and seeing like the sand in her feet, and blah blah blah, and I'm like, holy crap, that like her hair looks great.
Yeah. But
like, what's the point?
Wade thirsting over Moana. But anyways, yeah, definitely.
So I don't. Here's my thing with the changing the art style. I love them being more creative and trying to find more expressive. Like we don't need to be hyper realistic. We could do creative things, and they did. It worked for Puss in Boots.
It totally worked.
It worked so well with Puss in Boots.
That is a perfect movie.
It's part of me. I don't like the idea of changing it for sequels, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm a little on this, because I'm like, why? Just do it like you previously did. Make a new movie, make a new franchise, then you can do it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like do something creative. I don't know. We'll see, because a part of it makes me like these new character designs, they look obviously less realistic than the previous Shrek, and that's fine, but I think it was made for the purpose of making them more expressive, because like you can definitely see they look a lot more expressive.
That's true. I just think it looks like they put them all on Ozempic.
And then that's it.
That's exactly what it reminds me of. Yeah.
To be fair, I think that's more of just 20 years of working out and eating like a crazy diet than plastic surgery.
He definitely has had something.
I think he's had work done, but not until after he retired. Because even like after he retired, and then when he went into broadcasting, he like smiles weird now.
Yeah, I agree.
And he didn't when he was a player. I think this is more of just symptomatic of like, because Brady even talked about how
look at that guy.
Well, like he talked about how like he's famous for his TB12 diet, like super duper strict diet and training regimen.
Yeah.
He said he didn't even start that until like 2006, 7-ish. And that's when like Brady went from being a system quarterback to being really good.
Yeah.
Like Brady kind of got carried to his first 3 Super Bowls from having some of the best defenses of all time.
Yeah.
Like look up his stats in his first 3 Super Bowls. It's like a touchdown and a pick and like 150 passing yards, and that's it.
Yeah.
All he did was just kind of like help the offense and not turn over the ball in key situations.
Totally.
And that's fine. That's how a lot of great quarterbacks operate. And but still, it's not until he really like dieting, conditioning, and you see it with a lot of players. Peyton Manning had a kind of a similar transformation, just getting older, really thinning out like a lot of professional athletes do. And you don't really see this anymore, because this was back in the day when professional athletes could afford to go into the NFL not being in the best shape, just being like pure, like, well, I just played football my whole life, but it wasn't the sole focus of my life. Yeah. Versus athletes today don't do that anymore. It's like they've been conditioned since birth.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. Like look up like Tom Brady's draft photo.
Yeah. Or the refrigerator is like a regular guy now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, this is famous.
Yeah,
this is
like
a very
guy.
famous photo of Tom Brady. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
And then even now, like he's obviously just gotten so much stronger. I think another good comparison is Michael Jordan before maybe do Michael Jordan before and after weights. So for Michael Jordan's first 3 seasons in the league, so this is Jordan in the 80s versus Jordan in the 90s, because Jordan was very famous in saying he didn't figure out weight training until like 1990. And look at his arms. Mind you, he's like 10 years older in the second picture. Like when once they can get to that professional level, they have the trainers, they have the sports science, they have the dietitians to really transform their bodies. It's really fascinating to look at. So
anyway, Shrek. You know, it just looks like he's on Ozempic and got some plastic surgery.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't like play it a little bit. I don't like the proportions of Shrek. I know I analyzed this way too much while I was on my lunch break.
Well, for me, it's the chin. You know,
the chin looks weird.
Because the chin, if you look at Shrek,
I kind of I feel like they tried to make him look older. Yeah. Like he's definitely, his face has more wrinkles in it. And that's fine. He's supposed to be older now.
Yeah.
He's got like an adult daughter.
Yeah.
The proportion specifically, like, look at his arms. Look at how small his arms are and his huge belly.
Yeah.
Versus here, like, he's supposed to have pretty big arms.
He has
See?
lanky arms. That's true.
He's got bigger, thicker, lankier arms.
That's true.
I don't like the proportions that much.
Let's compare that to Shrek. Ooh, here he's got the lanky arms.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where I'm like.
It's a little different.
I think they still use those same character models and then still tweaked them a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
From Puss in Boots.
They probably did go off of them. This is the weirder picture to me. Is like, you know.
I think it's weird because it's supposed to be a fisheye lens in the mirror, so the proportions will look off. Okay. Also, why does the mirror like have a freaking like? Look at his jawline. They changed the mirror's face.
They changed all the jaw lines. They made them all freaking Chads.
Yeah. Like, why is the mirror like it mewing?
Yeah. Everybody's mewing.
Also, how do you get a hold of the mirror?
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay, yeah, look at his arms.
Yeah, they're short, man.
I just know one person in particular who's listening to this is gonna call me afterwards and laugh at how in depth we're looking at the Shrek trailer.
Yeah. The large arm or their short arms.
Yeah. Why is Fiona looks? Well, Fiona like looks sharp. Interesting. Yeah.
Because I mean, it's the same thing with Shrek. Look, his jaw goes out. And same with hers. They very round.
Fiona,
face.
like they've dropped like 70 pounds off Fiona.
Yeah.
I don't get why. Like, what's up with her dress? Why does the dress have a sleeve and then an undersleeve?
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
To be fair, she does unlike Shrek. We're talking way too much about Shrek.
No, I like it.
Unlike Shrek,
I'm cutting something from this episode.
Unlike Shrek, Fiona has multiple outfits throughout the movie. Shrek doesn't.
That's true.
So that's not an issue.
Except for in the one where he turns into a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Shrek I'm honestly fine with. I don't love it, but it's fine.
I need to see more. Like I'm gonna reserve.
That's fair.
More so.
Fiona is okay. Donkey they did dirty.
I don't like.
He looks weird.
Yeah,
he looks weird, man.
He's too stylized.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because he's not even in the same Puss in Boots style. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's still just animated, whatever. So I don't know. Donkey is definitely a weird.
Well, I just realized. Look at their house. It's so much more decorated and nice now.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess maybe after having the babies, they were.
Yeah, I really need to watch the rest of them. I haven't really seen the rest of them, at least in a long time. Pinocchio looks weird to me too.
Every time, Pinocchio they completely changed.
I mean, what did old Pinocchio look like?
To be fair, more Shrek lore. Yeah, like look at him.
He's mewing too.
No, like look at that Pinocchio. Well, he's like plastic now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, but like look at their round faces.
Yeah.
And like look at his sharp face.
I don't get. You know what this reminds me of? Did you ever see Soul?
Yeah.
Pixar Soul. Everyone has really weird proportions in that.
Yeah.
Like just weird body types. It's super interesting. I don't know. My big thing too, on top of all this, people forget, and I swear I'm not the only one who's ever noticed, but it's the only one that like I feel like brings it up. Rumpelstiltskin in Shrek 3.
Weird looking dude.
No. He's in Shrek 3 briefly in the bar, and they even call him out, and he's in a couple scenes. But then they basically ignore that and then Rumpelstiltskin's like a completely different dude in Shrek 4.
Right.
And there's even a flashback in Shrek 4. And then it's still a different guys. Obviously, this was before they were planning on making another. So
Yeah.
and like he's barely in Shrek 3. He has like one line.
Yeah.
And then Shrek 4, where he's the main villain. Those are two completely different people.
That's true. Yeah.
But nobody ever brings it up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I don't hate the designs.
yeah, I don't hate them.
It's fine. I do not like Donkey. But
What's going on with Shrek's daughter though? Like,
well, I was gonna ask you, smash or pass?
is she bisexual?
I think she is.
I think she's bisexual.
I think she's bisexual, and I also think
It's Zendaya.
Yeah. What do you think? Smash or pass?
Pass.
Ah.
I can't do the nose ring, bro. You know this.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
The other thing too, on top of this, obviously, maybe because like this movie's barely in production, voice work is usually one of the last things to happen.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. This movie still doesn't come out for another almost 2 full years.
That's true. That's true.
I think
they could
this
Sonic it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
they still
yeah,
have time to.
I don't think they have time to make a ton of changes.
Not a ton, but I'm saying, you know.
The point I'm bringing up, Shrek has 2 other kids.
That's what I was thinking, right?
So
I have not seen the other ones,
I think they have like they're all 3 of them are going to be a big part of the story, but they only have Zendaya right now, and that's why they made the announcement. Maybe the other 2 haven't been cast with voice actors yet.
That could be true.
And like up until it's also reminds me of Kung Fu Panda 3, where the girl like Panda was supposed to be played by Rebel Wilson.
Really?
Yeah. And in the first Kung Fu Panda 3 trailer, she's listed in the credits.
Oh.
But apparently there was a scheduling conflict, and she never recorded her lines, so they just recast her to someone else. They recorded the lines, mind you, like within the time of the first trailer coming out to the movie, and that was only like 6 months.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, I guarantee you.
Like Professor Slughorn, I think, was somebody else for a while in Harry Potter, and then.
Especially with animated movies, that's why I was like, voice work's one of the last things to happen. I think obviously they have a few voice lines going right now.
Yeah.
But that's why it's like when all the Spider-Verse actors are like, oh, I haven't recorded anything yet. I'm like, yeah, well, recording will take like a week. And it's one of the last things you do. So that's why I'm not freaking out about it.
Yeah. What do you think is, who would you cast as the other 2 Shrek children?
Let me think.
Not knowing much about personalities.
Here's
or
the
anything.
thing.
What would you do?
I was gonna say because we've only seen them as babies, so they're basically a blank slate.
But like with this cast, who do you think would mesh well? You know.
I'd like to see. I think it would be funny if one of them was Tom Holland.
But that would be hilarious. Yeah, that's the obvious choice.
As an American, like obviously. Well, then again, Shrek is Scottish and none of his family is, but still, you have to be an American. Or if he's just randomly British, I think that would be funny too.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be a younger actor.
Yeah.
Around the same age as Zendaya, just for. Let me think, because we need 2 of them. Yeah,
you need 2 of them. Do we know if they're boys or girls or?
Well, they're 2 boys.
2 boys.
They had triplets, 2 boys and a girl.
I wonder if you get a pair of people. You know?
Yeah, my honest thing, I have a feeling that they're not going to be big names.
They should get Drake and Josh.
That would be funny.
They should get us, bro.
No.
Yeah,
I think
like
the bigger thing. Let me think. Zendaya. I'm trying to think of young male actors now.
Well, I'm like, you could. The other big thing is parody, right? You get big names, but also just to make fun of the things.
Part of it, yeah.
So that's why Tom Holland's an obvious choice. I think also you could go with one of the Stranger Things kids. Any of them. You know, like any of them, especially Dustin, the guy who plays Dustin.
Yeah.
He seems chill. He would probably mesh well with.
I know. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like a lot of the young actors in Hollywood right now are all girls. Like, at least like younger. Because when I'm trying to think of guys, I'm like, maybe Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah. There's Timothy Chalamet, but
I was thinking him too, but like I don't think his voice is that recognizable or could sell.
That's why I'm like, whose voice? You know,
whose voice? Yeah.
And that's why I think Dustin from Stranger Things has a pretty clear voice. You know, I think he'd be really good.
The dude who does the voice of Stephen Young, or Jung. I can't.
Finn Wolfhard or Wolf.
I hate that son of a.
Sure, but I'm saying like he is from Stranger Things. He is a very obvious pick.
Yeah.
This is the guy I was actually thinking about because the guy who plays Dustin doesn't really do a ton of other stuff. He's done it and he's working, but like.
Oh, Will Poulter. Oh, Austin Butler. I could totally see an Austin Butler type.
What if you got Glenn Powell to do it?
Glenn Powell's in his 40s.
He's old, yeah.
Like, he's a late bloomer.
I didn't know he was in his 40s. I thought he was in his 30s.
Yeah, no, he's a late bloomer.
Wow.
He's like in his late 30s.
Wow.
What's funny is Glenn Powell's been in movies for like 20 years. He just didn't break out.
Did you get a Hemsworth?
Liam Hemsworth is also old.
Yeah.
Maybe a Daniel Radcliffe because he's like older, but like.
Yeah, he's older, but.
Miles Teller is.
How about Ezra Miller?
No.
Yeah.
Hottest 100.
Oh, here we go. Hottest. Well, that is a good way to go.
I almost said Jacob
Chalamet.
Elordi, but I hate that guy. So.
Yeah, I don't know him. What was he in? Saltburn. Kissing Booth. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Shows. If you're in Euphoria, I kind of hate you unless you're Sydney Sweeney.
Tom Holland. What if they did this? What if they did Zendaya? I don't want to go with Tom Holland because he's too obvious.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. I say you get one of the Stranger Things kids, any of them, right?
Yeah.
Then, what if you got Mr. Beast? You know what I mean? Like,
so
what if you got like a YouTuber, like an online guy?
Here's the thing: when you sent me this link today, I thought it was fake because, like 4 or 5 years ago, there was that dude who made like the fake Shrek 5 announcement because he managed to get a hold of like a Universal like Twitter handle, but it wasn't the official Universal.
Yeah.
So he made a fake thing, and his announcement was like it had like a similar logo, where it was the 5 with the ears and the cast, and it had the list, and it was the 3 main character like Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, Tom Holland, and then Jimmy, but it was like Mr. Beast as the announced cast members. So, and of course it was like trailer reveal in 3, 2, and it ended up being fake. The dude posted on his on his YouTube, "Hey guys, it's not real. I made this for blah 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 whatever."
Yeah. And obviously Mr. Beast is the one big name, but like I'm talking like young YouTube people that have gotten like freaking
maybe some of the kids who voiced the Ninja Turtles recently.
That could be
the
it.
Ninja Beyond the Show.
Like get an unknown guy.
Yeah.
But I think somebody from the internet would be an interesting choice for Shrek.
Oh,
like
100%.
for a Shrek movie.
Yeah.
That's just kind of.
To be fair, it's like not everyone in Shrek has to be a big name.
Yeah.
Because like the parents weren't, I don't think.
That's true.
Actually, that's a lie. Well, because like.
No, because one was Julie Andrews. She was the queen.
Yeah, the queen was Julie Andrews. But even like the evil stepmother, no.
Yeah.
Prince Charming, no. What's funny story about Rumpelstiltskin. He was just one of the production guys that they had read lines so that they could get like someone working opposite Mike Myers before they had cast anybody. And he did it so well. They're like, "Do you just want the part?"
That's
like,
so cool.
And which is kind of a shame because I think he did a great job.
Yeah.
But he's never done anything in Hollywood since. But
that's crazy.
Which is way cool. So it's like some random unknown guy as the main villain, which is cool.
Yeah.
So I think, and part of it's budgetary reasons too.
Yeah, you can't get Pedro Pascal to be one of the kids.
Well, yeah. On top of that, you've already got like 3 very expensive. Because like, let's be honest. Once
that's true. Mike Myers is going to be expensive.
Cameron Diaz is going to be expensive because she's been retired. Like you have to coast her out of retirement.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy's expensive. What's
Zendaya is the big name.
Zendaya is your big newcomer. I didn't see Antonio Banderas. Where the freak is where's Puss in Boots?
You know,
I guarantee you he's in it. They teased it at the end of Puss in Boots 2. There's no way.
I feel like he's going to make a cameo. I don't think he's going to be like huge in it though.
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna make a side cameo, like not even like a 1-second cameo, but like maybe a scene, like in a video game where you play as a different like character for a minute and it kind of sucks.
Yeah,
and you move on. I feel like that's how it's gonna be with him.
That's fair.
But like in a movie, because you've got his franchise going well on the side.
Well, on top of that too, like he brought his 2 friends, like the chick cat and the dog.
Yeah.
So like this cast is getting bloated.
That's what I was literally gonna say the exact same thing. This cast it's becoming an end game of Shrek.
Yeah.
You know, where one of the challenges is just finding a way to fit all the characters into a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
What do you think the runtime is gonna be?
Same as the other Shrek movies.
90 minutes, 2 hours.
So I don't know. That also makes me believe like maybe they explain away. Oh, our other 2 kids are at college or something. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be lame. But yeah.
Because like pull a Kung Fu Panda 4.
They're definitely not going to be in it as much, I don't think.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows?
Because there's three of them. And again, you got Donkey, you got Pinocchio, you got Gingy, you got...
Like, you're casting Zendaya, you're going to use her.
Exactly,
like,
yeah.
She's going to be a main character.
Yeah, Zendaya's probably going to be huge in it. I feel like we probably won't hear a lot from Fiona.
Maybe.
She'll probably be a smaller role. That's my prediction.
That's fair.
Just because, retirement.
Well, and it's like,
everything.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if this will end up being like a legacy sequel, which kind of worries me.
Right.
Like where it's like it's Zendaya's movie instead of, but like
yeah. What if it's a passing of the torch of Shrek to Zendaya?
Here's the thing, like
Zendaya wouldn't be Shrek though.
Yeah, well, Shrek is not like a big franchise. It was keyword was.
Yeah.
But like you can't make like 100 of these movies.
That's
like maybe you could use this to kick off like a new trilogy or something, but even then that's pushing it.
Yeah. I do wonder what their like future is kind of looking like.
Yeah.
Cuz like what do you
Because like 4 wraps it all in a bow. I remember when 4 came out and it was marketed as like the last one. Like this is it.
Yeah.
Shrek the final chapter.
Yeah.
Like I have a DVD, well my parents had a DVD that said Shrek Forever After and on the bottom it says the final chapter.
Yeah.
So
what if
is it going to be called Shrek 5 though? Like or is it going to be Shrek's subtitle? Cuz technically Shrek 2 is the only one that has a number.
I think it's 5. They had the number.
I don't know.
I think it shouldn't be 5.
Yeah.
I think it should be it should be like a soft reboot, like Puss in Boots.
Yeah.
What did Puss in Boots have to do with the first Puss in Boots movie?
No.
Nothing. Right? Like they had a couple of ties, but that's it. I think Shrek should do the same thing. Shrek, it worries me because it's harder to pull off, I think.
Yeah.
But they did Puss in Boots so well.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, here's the thing. I was like so confident after Puss in Boots. All that goodwill went away after Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yeah, I'm worried
so
it's going to be killing.
Like,
I haven't seen it yet, but
to be fair, Kung Fu Panda 4 cut a lot of costs. Like they even admitted like the Kung Fu Panda 4 had like half the budget that 3 did. And I'm like, why did you even make it then?
Yeah.
And they said that's the reason why like Furious 5 wasn't there.
Yeah.
Where I was like because like Kung Fu Panda 4 was stupid because like Po and is there. They cut the Furious 5 because all their voice actors are too expensive, which, but then like multiple times throughout the movie, because they don't have enough plot, they keep going back to their B plot of Poe's adoptive dad and his biological dad chasing him around, like 2 steps behind him, trying to figure out where he is. And it's so boring. And like one of them's Bryan Cranston. He's not cheap. Like you could have cut both of them.
That's
or
true.
like just relegated them to a cameo because let's be honest, that's all Poe's dad ever was.
Yeah.
Like you could have cut them and given their subplot to the Furious 5.
Yeah.
Stupid.
That's
stupid.
true.
Stupid effing movie. I'm so mad about it still.
Yeah.
To this day.
Yeah.
I hate Kung Fu Panda 4.
So I'm worried, but like I don't know, it looks good. I want to be happy about it.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be good. I think I'm very easy to please with movies.
I like more movies than I don't.
Yeah.
So like I think it'll be fine.
I'm excited. I'm sad it's so far away. I wish it was this Christmas, not next.
That would be nice.
You know? Do you think they released it a little early?
No.
Really?
No.
I think it's like 6 months early.
Yeah, maybe.
I would say maybe do it next Christmas, this Christmas, or next summer, this summer.
Maybe.
Because we're going to be waiting like 2 years for this.
Yeah, this is like...
We're going to need our own insurance by the time we... our own health insurance by the time
I know.
Get Shrek 5. But anyways, that's Shrek 5. I'm excited. We'll review it on here when we're still doing the podcast.
Yeah, it's all ogre now.
It's all ogre now.